Welcome to today's video. I'm the Hooded Lid, and I have a new program I wanted to share with you. A couple of weeks ago we got these things called Santa Anta winds. That's when the wind, instead of blowing off the ocean into the city, blows off the desert into the city, and it's dry and warm and very strong and can be destructive. I mean, it blows everything, including allergens, all over the place. But more importantly, it dries my skin. It sucks the life out of my skin. And my hair and my nails were even breaking. And I needed something to kind of juice me up. The great thing about this program that I kind of put together accidentally is it's ageless. It doesn't matter how old you are, or how young you are, or even what skin type you are. This will help anybody who is really dying for some hydration. So if you're oily, you might do this program and put on a sunscreen and be done. And if you're dry, or like me, normal to dry, I will do this and then I will start layering on my moisturizers as usual, and then my sunscreens, etc. So I'm just going to show you briefly what I am doing, and then I want to break down each one of these because each one has something different. This is what I'm working with. I probably have about 10 essences, toners, etc. But these are the 4 that I'm working with, and together they're magic. All of them are hydrating. Many of them have antioxidant properties, but they all offer me something a little bit different. So I want to go through each one, tell you what's going on, and maybe it'll help you decide. Maybe you won't want to do all 4. Maybe you'll just want to add to something you already have. And I am going to be wearing my glasses because there's no way that I can memorize everything that I'm about to tell you. So let's start with the one that I use every day no matter what. This is day and night after I wash my face. Pyunkang Yul Essence Toner. This is beautiful, delightful, hydrating, soothing, and inexpensive. In fact, all of these are pretty inexpensive. The most expensive I have here is $35. Which means instead of buying a toner for $100, you can get 4 toners for less than $100. This is from Korea. It was developed by a dermatologist, as I understand it, and their whole line is said to be very simple and very beneficial to the skin. The key ingredient here is astragalus root, which is very calming. It contains bioactive compounds such as saponides and flavonoids. It also contains a good dose of arginine. This is a skin identical, and it's a natural moisturizing factor. It has semi-essential amino acids that is one of the primary building blocks of skin collagen. All in all, it is simple and it's effective. If you have skin that tends towards redness or can be very sensitive, and especially if it's windy or dry or too hot, I think this is a great addition to anybody's skincare program. Secret Key Starting Treatment. This brightens, it soothes, it hydrates, and it has antioxidant properties. The main ingredient in here is galactomyces ferment filtrate. Whew. Say that fast 3 times. Sometimes I can, sometimes I have a problem with it. This is a moisturizer and a humectant. It's also called patira. Patira is obtained by the fermentation process of a certain yeast belonging to the genus Galactomyces. This is what the brand SK2 is built on. As legend has it, scientists in the 1970s discovered by chance that aged Japanese sake brewers had amazingly soft and youthful hands in contrast to their aged and wrinkled faces. I know, it bugs me too. They concluded that the secret must lie in the yeast that the brewers' hands were in constant contact with during the sake fermentation process, which begs the question, were they not wearing gloves? And I shall ponder that for a good minute. Procter & Gamble, who owns SK2, did an in vitro study that confirmed Pietra helps protect the skin against damage. Other studies show Pietra might help with pigmentation, and that the filtrate can activate aryl hydrocarbon receptor that's important to the epidermal homeostasis of upregulating epidermal barrier proteins. What this means is, my interpretation is, this filtrate can help your skin do what it does naturally. So if you're in your 20s, your 30s, to late 30s, maybe you don't need it. Maybe your skin's barrier is fantastic and it's producing everything it needs to produce. Maybe it's not. Skin barrier health is so important, and it doesn't matter how old you are. You can have problems with that at any age. But as we get older, we're not producing the same amount of ceramides. We're not producing the omega fatty acids, the cholesterols, all the good things we need for a strong barrier. This could tell your skin, signal your skin, produce it on your own. And that is an exciting thing. Another great ingredient in here is arbutin. That's a skin brightener and antioxidant. As a matter of fact, I use arbutin about 3 times a week in serum form after I do my retinol and my niacinamide. Just for kicks, it couldn't hurt. Other ingredients include Centella asiatica, aloe, and chamomile. All of those are soothing to the skin. And Centella may be good for skin healing. There's also glycerin in this, which is a star hydrator. Glycerin is commonly available. It's not expensive, and I think a lot of people think because it's all over the place, it can't be that good. Nothing could be further from the truth. Glycerin is a wonderful product. It's very hydrating, and it is, yes, inexpensive. Not anything wrong with that. Sukuhara Suhara Urea Moisture Lotion. Don't let the word lotion confuse you. I find in Korean skincare, lotion oftentimes is synonymous with essence and toner. If you're looking for a lotion, look for the word milky. That often works for me. Like the others mentioned, this is hydrating, it's soothing, it has antioxidant properties, but this has a lot of urea in it. It's the star. Urea is a skin identical, and it's another natural moisturizing factor. As a natural moisturizing factor, or NMF, it moisturizes as well as hydrates. So imagine, you're getting moisture from something this liquidy. Not a lot, but enough, especially if you're oily. I think that makes it a great thing. It is thought to be a small molecule regulator of epidermal structure and function, meaning that it has extra biological activities. It acts as a mild ketolytic agent thought to come from its ability to break down bonds in the proteins called filaggrin, and thus freeing up amino acids in the skin, enhance antimicrobial peptide expression, and improve skin barrier function. So another one that kind of mixes things up, maybe from inside your skin, not just on the outside. And another one great for barrier function. I think I forgot to mention that this is also good for exfoliation. There is lactic acid in here. Lactic acid is an AAH. It's one of the more gentle ones, and it gently helps to lift cells away. It's not a big concentration here. If you really want your lactic acid, get it elsewhere. But with you using this day and night, it's just a little bit. I find lactic acid to be a little bit brightening as well. Although it doesn't have that claim, it is hydrating while helping with your skin cells turnover. There's also glycerin, hyaluronic acid, and one ceramide, ceramide NG. I'm not sure what the point is of just having one ceramide. I prefer to have, 9. But ceramides are great for your skin barrier. Your skin barrier is comprised of them. So again, another one that is hydrating, antioxidant, but this one helps with cell turnover and helps with brightness. And finally, we have the Neogen Real Ferment Micro Essence. I came upon this using reverse engineering. I had a large size of the Estee Lauder Micro Essence, and I used it for about a month, and I really loved the way it felt on my skin. So I decided I would buy some, and lo and behold, it's $100, and I just can't, you guys. To me, I have a set program for day and night, but I also have a lot of other products for when something else is happening. If there's extra redness, extra irritation, extra dryness, extra dehydration, it could be weather-related, allergy-related, what I'm eating, you're not sleeping enough. Whatever the case may be, it's great, I think, to have a regular program and then a bunch of other things available to you to deal with other things coming up, because your skin's not the same from day to day, let alone from season to season or place to place. You could be traveling. I hear all the time people in London when they come here going, oh, my skin, my skin. Where you live matters too. So I would prefer to have a bunch of products instead of a few products. And for me, buying an essence for $100 when I can get 4 for $100, I'm gonna choose getting 4. So I looked up the main ingredient of this, and I found the Neogen. The main ingredient in this is the Bifida. Let me tell you about that. Bifida ferment lysate. This is not only used in Estee Lauder's Micro Essence, it's used in their serum. And to my knowledge, that is the first serum that came out into the market. And I remember when I was a kid, because I think I was pretty young when this came out, the essays would try to sell it to me, and they really couldn't make me understand what the point of a serum was. You know, I am a cynic. I just am. You have to prove it to me. So I kind of missed the boat on that. That's okay, but there are some really good things in there, and the Bifida is one of them. According to Estee Lauder, it protects against UV-induced damage and helps with DNA repair. It can also help barrier function and decrease skin sensitivity. Again, barrier function, really, really important. There are a few other ferments in here that I cannot pronounce, so let me just tell you that they are rich in minerals, amino acids, beta-glucan, and vitamins. Another ingredient in here is adenosine. This is a cell communicator, and it can help with wound healing and barrier repair, and it might help with collagen production. Also, niacinamide. Niacinamide is a rock star. It's so great for every skin type. When I first started learning about skincare, I thought it wasn't for me because it's good for acne. It's good for really cleaning out your pores. But there's so much more to niacinamide. Not to mention, it can help lighten your skin. So if you have acne, if you have the remaining redness from an acne temporary scar, this can help with that. But if you have sun damage, age spots, melasma, it can help with that over time. There's also green tea, hyaluronic acid, glycerin, and arginine, which we already mentioned from this one. So, as you can see, we got a whole bunch of goodness here. We're not just hydrating the skin. It's not just antioxidants, but we're helping with our barrier. We're helping with cell turnover, with cell communication. Some of these products will help to communicate to the cells to do their job as they would have when it was younger. All great things. And together, I have to say, I've noticed an improvement immediately. I also have to say I didn't use this today because it was very humid when I woke up, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to need anything. I forgot to consider that I have been eating pistachios like it's nobody's business, and they are salted. So right now my skin is dehydrated, not because of the weather, but because of my diet, and I should have done this morning. I will be doing it tonight. And my friends, that is it. I hope this is helpful to you, and I hope I've given you some ideas of what kind of things to look for and what you might want to have in your medicine cabinet for those times when your skin is just needing a little extra TLC. And that's going to wrap it up. Thanks so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful, and I hope you come back again. In the meantime, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.